Hello folks and welcome to Craic News. We have two returning guests, TikTok sensation John Devlin, an up and coming comedian, and a legendary comedian. And I was going to ask you, are you okay with me calling you a TikToker, Adam? That's it.
Oh, well, that's the thing. Whenever you went a sensational TikToker, I was like, "Oh, he's going to talk about me here. He's going to talk about me." Yeah, I reckon. Yeah, it's like the fair play lad. Things worked really well for me on TikTok. So, and it's added a kind of different brushstroke to the fucking comedy. So I would own that. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, we can stuck into some news stories.
Please.
Okay, so our first news story is David Beckham has been farming for a while. He's been like producing his own food, and I was just wondering, have you guys ever grown anything or tried to grow anything?
Just feelings.
Just feelings?
It doesn't work though. You know what I mean?
Trying to produce feelings and it's just
no, it's nothing. There's nothing there.
I thought you were an open book. We had a bit of a heart-to-heart before.
It was lies.
I bought a duck egg once, right? About a week before Halloween. This is about like 10 years ago. And with the intention of throwing it at a mate of mine. Okay. And then I was still living with my folks, and I was all like, no, this has been actually been about 15 years ago. So I hid it from them. It was all, if they find this duck egg in my room, they're going to wonder what the fuck I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Why is this duck egg? So I hid it in a sock, and I put it in a shoebox, and I put it in the side of my bed. I forgot about it for 6 months.
I thought you were going to say hatch.
And did it hatch? Yeah, I'm waiting.
No, it did. Well, it exploded
nice.
when my older brother came in and he opened up the box and was all, he was looking for a CD and he goes, what's in this here sock? And he opened it up and it exploded. And then this like black tar smell of like egg went all over the room and he vomited and stuff. It was a very traumatic experience for him. And
it just sounds like there's been a load of goop in a sock. Your brother's found it. I'm like, what's this? And you're like, oh, it's a duck egg.
So
why is it black on him?
Yeah, no, that was the thing. Because whenever I came home, they didn't know what it was. They thought it was like some sort of IED. The guy set up like a dirty bomb or something like that. Or the guy set it up to like attack him or something. But yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, that's the only thing I've probably ever grown. I've grown now.
Okay, last question on this story, right? So, because all of David Beckham's fans are asking like, oh, well, you should like do a documentary about like Clarkson's farm about you doing all this stuff. If the BBC approached one of you guys and said, you have a week to get your skills together and you're going to show the world what you can do and teach them what you can do DIY, would there be any sufficient skills in there?
I could teach them how to hold in a shit for more than a week.
Nice.
You know what I mean? That's
an 8-episode documentary.
All 8 days. On day 7, it would be kind of a real struggle. But
I would love to watch that. It's on BBC iPlayer. It's just like a redhead.
But see, on the topic of poop, I actually think I could make an 8-episode documentary on how to clean your bum properly.
Oh, that'd be great.
Because people don't know. Like when you're a kid, you don't get shown really.
Yeah, you don't really get shown how to wipe your arse.
I've experimented, and you have to go certain directions at certain times, and then there's also speed involved as well.
You back or front?
Oh, I stand up. I stand up round the back.
I sit down. What the fuck? You stand up, but you sit down.
What do you mean for shitting?
Not for cleaning.
Not for shitting. I just like they lie along.
I don't understand sitting down because you have to like clean and then bring it back up and then kind of look.
You can just drop though.
How do you know if it's clean?
Yeah, I just think it's like your cheeks shouldn't touch until you're fully clean and wiped. That's what I think. I think if you're standing up, your cheeks are gonna fucking come together. Like,
shock
I'll tell you what, I've got it now. My documentary would be where's the best toilets in town.
That's good. Yeah.
Victoria Square.
Victoria Square's a good one. Victoria Square's a good one.
It's the only place I'll shit in Belfast.
Nice.
That's it. I won't go anywhere else. You know.
Anybody ever use those 20p's? Any ever use those 20p ones?
I'm too scared. I think I used it before, and I'm too scared that I'll be sitting there doing my stuff and then it'll open.
The door will open. Yeah, that's right. Never fucking use them.
That's a real good insurance policy though. Yeah. Like if you're not out in 5, like fucking the warden will see. You know.
You chunky bastard.
Okay, move on to your second story, right? So second story, it's not lighthearted. There was a giraffe in Texas tried to steal a baby from a Land Rover, right? That's insane for a start.
Can I ask just a quick question about the story?
Yeah, and I'll pretend to know.
Why was it? Where did the Land Rover? Do you know, like how did?
I've seen the clip. It's a safari thing, and then the giraffe comes over and there's like this little girl, but she's only about maybe like 3 years old or something like that. She's a very young child.
Yeah.
Okay.
Easily picked up, probably. You know what I mean? It's not like it's It's not like a 10-year-old like, but she has her hands out and it just grabs her arm, but it cuts instantly. It's one of those clips where you go, fair play. The parent put the phone down to wrench the child out of the giraffe's mouth, but it doesn't say how far up it got. I mean, did the giraffe go full, neck up?
I think it dropped it pretty quick. I think it said it dropped it pretty quick after 3 seconds because the mum started squealing and it got scared and dropped it. Have you guys ever had any experience with an animal that's been like traumatizing?
Yeah.
What's yours?
In Cookstown, There's a place called Dromana Forest, and there's one swan there that when I was a kid attacked me, and ever since then I see its demony red eyes every time I arrive, and it knows it's me. It never lets.
And you
it
can
go,
recognize that one. You know it's the same one.
No. There's no, like, it doesn't matter. It's not the look. It's the aura. You know, it just fucking stares me out every single time I see it, and I know that it wants me. I don't know if it wants me
sexually.
I don't know. Like when I was a kid, you know, it tried to take me into the swan. No. When it tried to take me into the water, like I don't know what it wants to do to me as an adult. You know what I mean? It's
like the siren song or something like that. You just find yourself.
You know what I mean? It's just,
like, yeah.
It's gonna take me away. Like
I once stopped a horse charging at me once. It was good fun. It was when I was really young. I was about like 10 or 11. We were on this wee country road. It bolted at us. My two brothers were behind me and they fucking shot themselves. They came bolting at us, and I just out of nowhere just went down, lifted a big clump of grass out of my hand and just put it out like that. And it stopped and started eating the grass.
That is so smart.
And then I screamed at my brother, and he go like, "Run as far as you can!" I think it's because the farmer was up the lane. I was like, "Run as fast as you fucking can now to get that farmer to get this horse before we run out of grass." Essentially, can I?
Like a horse whisperer. It's like.
It was badass. It's shy. It was so fucking scary.
Yeah,
I still see it to this day.
What was it, like a brown?
A black horse. It was a big black beauty kind of effort. Like it was some big beast of a horse. Especially when you're away. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Okay, third and final story. We're going to go dive into some entertainment.
Love it.
You said you're a big Lord of the Rings fan. I'm just going to somehow presume that you're also.
I love me Lord of the
Rings. So a new Lord of the Rings film coming out.
Yep.
In 2026, I believe. The Search for Gollum. Are you excited or are you scared?
Yeah, I'm excited. I think there's definitely there is already a YouTube fan made version of that, which was really, really good.
Oh, nice.
From way back like 2010 or something. But it's worth a watch for anybody. I don't know. There's a free plug for that one guy who made that one.
Okay, last question before we end. We'll stick with the Lord of the Rings. If you would rather be a wizard / hobbit elf, something from Lord of the Rings, or a Jedi?
No, probably a Jedi, because I think Jedi would be cool. Jedi, what do you think?
I would be anything but a Jedi.
Why?
Jedi are the fucking worst, man.
No, right,
Jedi are the prefects of the universe, a private security force that looks after their mates. Count Dooku was right. Hashtag Count Dooku was right. Me and a friend of mine have had this thing for years where we're just like, the Jedi are the biggest pack of Egypts ever.
Yeah. Do you know what? We had an argument with somebody recently about Jedi and making love as a Jedi, right? Apparently, I found this. No, you can't.
No. It's the abstinence is abstinence for a Jedi.
No.
You can't have a buck if you're a Jedi.
No. You can have a buck if you're a Jedi. You can't fall in love. There's strict rules. The one.
That's when you enter the. That's when you go, guys, I'm changing the rules here. But I'm a buck, but not the fall.
I've got
a few slave girls there.
What do you hear this? What do you hear this though? The story of where it all came from, right? There's an extended universe story about, I think it's Kiadamindi, you know, the one with the big head, the big cone head looking guy. Yeah. Where basically I think it's made up, like, you know, his story's made up. But like he basically he told the Jedi Order, like, my whole race is only female now because all the male got killed and I have to go and repopulate. And then he got to, he got to go off.
Then they got to that planet, there was loads of females.
No, it's just one other guy. What's up, dude? And he's really cool.
So apparently, according to Jedi lore, Jedis can get it down, but they can't settle. Yeah, you know?
Interesting.
On that very passionate, compassionate note, we're going to end Craic News.
I love
that. And any Jedis watching, you can go and get a buck.
Get yourself a bucklet. only if your race is down, they don't get it confused.
Yes! At last!